Hi everyone, welcome to Soulful Creation Spiritual and Wellbeing Centre. My name is Elizabeth and this is today's daily insight, which is all about being present and being your best friend. When we are feeling out of alignment in our life, and that things aren't working around us, one of the biggest challenges that we can face is knowing what to do about that. And those things can be limited by our knowledge, our resources, our experiences, all kinds of things. And so what is the very first thing that we can all do to grab onto? And that is choosing to be present, choosing to be our best friend. You are going to be your greatest defender. You are going to be the greatest advocate. You are going to be your greatest ally. And so you need to choose to be your best friend and act accordingly. When it starts when you get up in the morning and you're getting dressed and the pants are too tight, or the shirt doesn't fit, the hair doesn't fall into place, whatever it is there, it's about being conscious of the mind talk, the mind chatter that you have through that, and not allowing it to be negative. It's about that moment when you first perhaps step outside and you feel the sun on your face, or the rain if it's raining, the air on your skin, something that smells beautiful, perhaps a neighbour across the road that you greet warmly, whatever it is, but you're choosing to find something positive and something that makes you feel good when you step outside of that door. That in itself is choosing to be present in your life. You are going to then get on with your day, and there are going to be traffic jams, there are going to be delays, there are going to be people who frustrate you, there are going to be negative news stories that come in and around you. And it's about being very mindful about how you approach those situations and how you allow things to kind of come in on you. And so, you stop, you take a breath, you reevaluate the way that you're feeling, and you find a more positive way to deal with that time and that moment, and you are going to feel better about yourself. It's personal responsibility means that you understand that only you are responsible for the way that you feel. And this comes down to day-to-day life, but also in what you feel that you are worth. Because once you are your best friend, you are going to feel that you are worth everything that you ever dreamed of, whether it's cars, it's money, it's love, it's relationships, whatever it is there. When you are your best friend, you are going to believe that you deserve those things. And until you truly do deserve everything, believe that you deserve everything, it won't come. Okay, and so a good way to kind of evaluate if you're not real sure about how that you feel about yourself is to switch the perspective around a little bit there. I want you to imagine that your daughter perhaps, or a best friend, somebody in your family who you really love and care about, feels the way and says the same things to themselves that you say to yourself, or that you feel about yourself. How would you feel? How does that make your heart feel, knowing that somebody else feels the way that you do? And what would you tell them? Would you sit down with them and hold their hand and say, look, this is crap anyway, it's not going to work, you may as well just give up trying and understand that this is all you're ever going to have? Or are you going to show them and try to share with them some of the insight that you have that shows that the world really does move forward, that there is things to be grateful for, and that personal responsibility does lie with them? And if you can really kind of relate to feeling sad that somebody else that you love feels the same way that you do, then that is a really a little bit hurtful, but a really great way to see that you aren't your best friend at the moment, and that perhaps there is a little bit of work that you can do around with that. And so stop and organize a date with yourself. Show yourself to yourself. Think about the things that you love doing. Think about the things that you miss out on doing because of the alignment that you have with yourself. Let go, and just for today, be your best friend. See how that feels. It might feel a little bit awkward and strange at the moment, but go with it, because it will start to feel more natural, because being your best friend is a natural relationship. Treat yourself today exactly the same way that you would treat your dearest, bestest, greatest friend in the whole wide world. That is how you should be treating yourself every single day. And so I know that you are going to have a beautiful day if you can fall into alignment with your mindset and the positive things that you can look at instead of in a negative way. There, do not be afraid if this arouses a few tears or a bit of feeling of sadness there. Clarity and insight are an absolutely beautiful gift, but they do sometimes arouse things from the past. And so allow yourself to feel those things, but don't get lost in them. All it is that a realization that things perhaps haven't always been great, but be excited, because you can't fix something that you don't know is broken. Okay, so be excited for what is coming. Take solace and happiness in the fact that you have this awareness. Personal responsibility, being your best friend, being present. Smile at yourself in the mirror and be your best friend. I promise you, your life will start to feel better. You will feel more aligned with yourself. Listen to the insight and the intuition that's going to come with this there. It's going to be a beautiful journey for you. Thank you very much for listening, and please join me tomorrow for another Daily Insight session.